So welcome to another yoga flow. I'm Carly. So for today's practice, we are flowing through a yoga for runners session. So this can be done pre and post run, and it's a combination of creating mobility in the entire body. I think quite often we focus on the lower body before a run, but there will be habits and little pockets of tension in the upper body, maybe in the jaw, the neck, that we don't realise we're doing when we're running. So we might, have tension in the hands. So we're getting into the upper body as well. And we are creating strength. So there'll be a few strengthening exercises so that our muscles are awake before we start to move dynamically through the ground. Now, I've got a dressing gown tie. It's supposed to be a yoga strap, but I don't have one. So if you have something that you know is maybe an arm's width, length, and you can wrap around your foot and place it to the side of your mat. And we'll begin by coming to a cross-legged position, and it doesn't matter which foot you start with first, but we're just simply going to massage out our feet. And because this is a little short flow to get you warm and ready to run or to cool down, just already start to send your breath into your feet. Play with the type of touch, whether it's light, whether it's a little firmer. Open up the toes, maybe lengthen slightly. And then we'll change to the other foot. So I think self-massage is something that I would highly recommend to start doing, just so that your feet become a little more sensitive and are just stronger. They're your base, your foundation. And then we'll plant the feet, hip width apart, knees travelling up, roll down through the spine, and we'll take 3 bridges. Inhale, press into the heels, squeeze the glutes. Make sure those knees don't fall out to the side. Press the hips up, and then exhale, roll down with control. Inhale, press into those heels. So we're doing this in quite a fluid motion so that the glutes start to really warm up and the quads start to wake up. And then flex and lift that right foot up and just start to massage the hamstring out. I find this really helps before you go into any hamstring stretches, just to feel it out, see how they're feeling. And then flex through that foot, cross over to the left thigh, and we'll take a piriformis and a glute stretch. Interlace the fingers and draw down. Drawing that left thigh into the body, relax the shoulders. And then release down to the ground. Reach for your strap and place it around the ball of your right foot. If you don't have one, you can just hold your calf with your hands. So inhale, press through the toes, flex up, and then just lightly start to draw down. If you need to soften that knee, then go ahead. Send your breath into your hamstring. Draw those toes back. Make sure those hips are relaxed so we're not lifting up. And then exhale, let go of that holding, place it onto your left side, extend the left foot up, and then we'll have a little massage. Cross over to the right thigh, and then you do have the option to stay here. Maybe you could rock from side to side, or lift up that right foot, interlace the fingers, inhale, exhale, draw in. Release down. And then take your strap, place it around the left foot and inhale, extend up. And in this particular posture, it isn't about sort of trying to make your body conform to a shape that's not right for it. So we're not drawing and dragging it down. There's still a lightness. And then release that down. Place your strap on your side. Draw your knees in, and you've got an option to rock and roll to a seated position. So rocking backwards and forwards, or to roll over on your side and press up. Whatever you choose to do, cross the ankles and roll over, and we'll come to a brief cat-cow. So stacking the shoulders above the wrist points, the hips above the knees, push away from the ground, draw that belly in, lengthen the neck. Inhale, lift the heart up to the sky. Exhale, round through the spine. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, find a neutral spine. Tuck the toes. Walk the hands a little further forward, and we'll float up to downward facing dog. Inhale, float those hips high. Keep the knees soft. Keep the heels away from the ground. Pedal through the feet. Get rid of any cracks. If you like me, I crack loads. Think about those shoulders opening, that jaw releasing. And then inhale, draw the right knee forward. Step in between the hands and lower that back knee. And then just toe heel the right foot out very slightly. Bring that right hand inside and just lightly rock backwards and forwards. Be very gentle about this. As you go back, feel that hamstring lengthen. As you move forward, think about that hip flexor. But always keep that glute switched on. So we're not just sinking down into this posture. Inhale one more time, moving forward. Exhale as we move back, untuck those the left toes, and then start to peel the right toes away from the ground. Inhale, find length, and then exhale, just melt down. Make sure the neck is nice and free in this half split. And then we'll transition forward into a low lunge and Tadasana. Tuck your toe, plant your hands back into downward facing dog. Inhale, draw that left knee to the nose. Step forward, lower your back knee. Keeping it fluid, start to move forward and back. We'll move forward, plant the hand inside, as I didn't do that, and toe heel the left foot out. And this time, untuck your right toes, peel the left toes away from the ground and come into that half split. Inhale, ripple forward, plant the hands and come back into an all fours hover. So the shoulders are above the wrist points, hips above the knees, and the knees just hover a little, push into that ground. So feeling that strength in the core, in the trunk area, the stability of the shoulders, the abdominals drawing in, empowering from that lower body. Inhale, float up to downward facing dog. Walk into the middle of the mat. Soften your knees. And just let the chest release forward. And then press into the feet, begin to roll up through the spine as we lengthen into Tadasana. Roll the shoulders back, turn the palms out, inhale, float up. Connect to an upward salute. The fingers and the palms press together and feel a broadening sense in your chest. And then soften through the knees, bring the hands into heart center. And then this is an option maybe for pre-run, not necessarily post-run. Open the toes, so maybe have them a little wider than the mat. And we're going to take some Malasana squats, so they're sort of turned out to 45 degree. Make sure that the knees track over the two middle toes as much as possible. Have the hands wherever you want to. Have that spine nice and long. Inhale, exhale, soften down. Press through the feet. And exhale, moving down. Just waking up those muscles, nothing too dynamic, just getting them ready to run. And then pick the toes up and come to a parallel position. And we'll take squats here. Inhale and move down. Keep that back upright as much as possible. So if your back is upright here, but then tilts forward as you go lower, just keep up. And then we'll just hold this for a moment. Maybe reach the hands forward. Feel energy through the fingertips. And then press the palms back as you stand up. We'll toe heel together, so maybe your hip width apart. And let's just rise up so those toes are spread wide and they're nice and strong. Reach the arms up. And then just float the heels away from the ground and squeeze those glutes. Imagine the breath is moving from the tips of the toes up through your chest into your head, the crown of your head, reaching up through the fingertips, and then soften down. And then we'll walk to the back of the mat. And let's start with the right leg. We'll move through a half lunge. So we'll inhale, exhale, step back. We'll take that 3 more times. So you'll naturally have a little bit of a tilt here. Hands wherever you like that help you with your stability. Take that to the left side. And then having a little dancing moment, just heel and transfer to your toes, just to get the feet to really wake up. And then maybe take it back. So the toes first, the heels. Roll the shoulders, reach and shake it out. And then hopefully you're ready for your run. So that's just a little bit of my advice for creating mobility, creating heat, so that you already have some warmth in your body and your muscles are already fired up, so that you can run in a safe manner. If you liked these flows, please subscribe below, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you again.